What's up, guys? It's Beef Chief here, and welcome back to another FC26 video. The first team of the week for FC26 has been leaked, as you can see on the screen. And in today's video, we're going to look at a bunch of different investments that you guys can make to make coins, and specifically something to do within the first hour of the web app release today that could help you make a ridiculous amount of coins. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on FC26, make sure to visit IGGM and use code CHIEF for 8% off at checkout. So let's go ahead and dive into it, starting by looking at Team of the Week 1 from FC25 and seeing some of the trends in these cards. So first off, we're going to start with the Team of the Week cards, and then we're going to move into some gold card investments that you can make right when the web app drops that can make you hundreds of thousands of coins. So when we're looking at these Team of the Week cards, especially in the early Team of the Weeks, what we're going to be focusing on is some of like the low rated beast. So somebody like an 84 rated Lamine Yamal we had last year, and specifically somebody like this 82 rated Adeyemi was an unbelievable investment last year. And the reason for this is, number one, because he has quick step plus. Something to focus on with these Team of the Weeks is going to be what is the meta and who fits it really well. Because early in the game, you get a lot of people just hyper focused on picking up cards that fit the meta perfectly. And these are going to be the ones that rise the most in game. So if we look at Team of the Week Adeyemi from last year and look at his rise, in the first couple days of the full game, he was like 87,000 coins, and I think on the web app he might have been like 50k, and you can see in just like 2 weeks he absolutely skyrockets, basically doubles in price up to 150,000 coins. And again, that's going to be because he has that quick step plus, he's super meta, so that's one to keep an eye on there. Is this year, maybe if we have any Team of the Weeks that have super high pace, somebody like a Llorente here who's really well rounded. He can play right back, he can play in the midfield, he's La Liga in Spanish. I think he's going to be a really good option as a Team of the Week investment. And he's also kind of similar to some of these meta Team of the Weeks that are a little more high end and a little bit more expensive. Somebody like a Trinity Rodman here, she had good links early in the game. I'm interested to see what her price did, and as you can see, she did super well here. She was like 150k the first weekend of the game, and it went up to 400k just 2-3 weeks later. It's crazy how well some of these Team of the Week cards can do, and if you can get the coins early on to invest in these, they just absolutely boom in price. And I'd expect this year as well, with the power curve kind of slowing down and us getting less cards with as big of boosts, I think some of these meta early Team of the Week cards we could see do super well here. And one last one is like the top end, somebody like a Teo Hernandez here. He's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Like, the rise on him, obviously it's super expensive to get in on a card like this, but he went from 650k to 1.5 mil. And somebody similar to this would be this Haaland card. He has low driven plus, he's Premier League, he's fast, he's strong. He's just going to be a super OP card. So I think this Haaland card could be one that we see have a similar rise to this Teo Hernandez, where he just keeps on going up. So those are cards that I would keep an eye on here, and we'll give you some specific Team of the Week investments in a second here. But the next thing I want to dive into is the gold versions of these Team of the Week cards. And the reason for that is the web app is going to be dropping today sometime around, say, 5 p.m., maybe 4:30 p.m. UK time. And then an hour to an hour and a half later, this Team of the Week is going to get released at 6 p.m. UK time. This Team of the Week right here, sorry. So that means we have an hour to an hour and a half of the web app being out before the Team of the Week cards go in packs. And that means the gold versions of these Team of the Week cards are going to be in packs for an hour to an hour and a half, I would say. And then those cards are no longer going to be in packs for the entirety of the week until next Wednesday, when we get a new Team of the Week. So what happens is you get very little supply of the gold versions of these cards right here, but you do get some supply during that web app period, that hour when the gold cards are in packs. So investing in the gold versions of these cards is an unbelievable investment if you can get your hands on them during the web app, because there's very, very little supply. There's maybe like an hour of these cards in packs, and then they're not available for the entirety of the week. So if you're able to get your hands on the gold versions of these cards, it's a ridiculously good investment. And to look at some of the gold versions of last year's cards, for example, if we go back to this Adeyemi, we know his team of the week skyrocketed. But if we look at his gold card and just look at the beginning of the game, you'll see like he's completely extinct for this week that he's out of packs here. So if you can get any gold version at any price of these cards during that web app stage, they're probably going to go extinct if they're in demand cards here. So Adeyemi is one that had a really good gold card that went extinct. If we go look at Teo Hernandez's gold card here, we want that Milan version that was in packs at the beginning of the year. If we look at him at the beginning of the year, he was completely extinct at 300K that week that his team of the week was in packs. If we go look at somebody like even a gold Lamine Yamal, who wasn't that good of a gold card, let's go see what his gold card did early in the year. Come on, Footbin, we're not a robot. There we go, love it. And if we take a look here, I mean, look at that. He's completely extinct. He's there for 6,000 coins for a couple of days. So yeah, he's basically completely extinct that week that he's out of packs. So if you can get your hands on gold versions of any of these team of the week cards right here, specifically the ones that are more in demand, so you'd be looking at like, I don't know, a gold Bergvall will probably have some decent demand. Maybe a gold Fermin Lopez. Let's see what his card looks like in FC 26. But these cards, just because there's going to be no supply of them, but there's going to be demand. Like this guy could be decent. It's worth at least rolling the dice if you're able to pick up one of these cards. Gold Llorente is going to be a monster for this, I guarantee it. Haaland or Kane could be decent. For some reason, I think Inigo Martinez actually has not a bad card here. Let's see what he looks like. So yeah, he's got 71 pace, 85 defending, 80 physical. He's in the Saudi league, which kind of sucks, but he could still be a decent one. So when it comes to this team of the week, again, the cards that I would be focusing on would mainly be those meta cards that a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on here. So Marcus Llorente is my biggest one here. If you can get a gold version of Marcus Llorente early on the web app, absolutely be picking him up. He could be a good option. His team of the week is one that I think it's absolutely going to skyrocket when it goes out of packs. So if you want to pick up a Marcus Llorente over the next week, build your coins up to buy one of his team of the week versions, I think he could be a really good option. I think this Semenyo could honestly be not a bad option. I think Bergvall, I think as Prem team of the week cards, if these cards get relatively cheap, if they have good play style, skill moves, weak foot, we'll have to wait and see the official cards for those, then I think those could be good options. And again, I'll be posting all of our investments in our free trading Discord. There will be a link in the description to that. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.